Good afternoon, welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's day is Thursday, the 29th of September 2022. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Here we go. Right, so I'm literally just going to go through the coin dance figures here today to keep the show nice, short and sweet. So you can see we've got the three Bitcoin forks here, which is BTC, that's SegWit protocol, Bcrash, what a load of crap that is, Fisher Price Cash, honestly, who cares? But this is Bitcoin. The original protocol goes right back to the Genesis block. It hasn't changed. It has got a fixed supply, a locked protocol. It's got infinite capacity in the form of an uncapped block size. It's got economic competition, and more importantly, it's got a chain of digital signatures for common accountability, meaning the network is a digital commodity, unlike these other securitized pieces of crap that we have next to it. So as we're going down the figures here, look at this, the most valuable commodity in the world, yours today for just $50. That's the price. The price is meant to be representative of the value, but the value is the potential, that the full potential that this commodity has. So then you look at the size of the financial markets. So the price is speculative, but when education catches up with speculation, the prices will soon start to match their fundamental values very quickly, which is why any investor gets in early. And remember, knowledge is power, and it's imperfect knowledge in the market, which is what the powers that be and Blockstream are trying to put into the market, so to disguise and confuse people away from the only protocol that has any commodity value, which is Bitcoin, BSV. So the hash rate is just simply the number of attempts that each mining operation can give towards finding SHA-256, which is where the economic competition comes in. Remember, SHA-256 is a cryptographic number, meaning it's non-numeric, so it can't be calculated, which means the only way you can find it is by guessing it, and that's what hash does. Hash is the number of attempts they have at guessing SHA-256. The hash rate is supplied by the nodes. The nodes are the mining operations that create blocks and compete with one another to try and find the hash rate to win the block reward and the block fee. The transactions are just simply the number of transactions that are uploading all the data. So the most important metric is the data. These are data management networks. The data, which is represented by the block size, is uploaded by the transactions. The transactions are processed by the nodes. The nodes will supply the hash rate, and the hash rate is attracted to the value that's meant to be representative of the price. So that's why it's in that order. Let's have a look at the blocks coming through here. I've seen some absolutely massive blocks this morning. Crikey, I think it was, down here. In fact, we'll just go to more details so I can actually show you these huge blocks coming through. Look at this. Look at this. We've got 1.6 megabyte, 3.4 gigabyte, 1.4 gigabyte, 1.08, 1.5, 1.0, 1.6, 1.7, 1.7, 1.1. This is not 1.1 megabytes. This is a gigabyte, which is 1,000 megabytes. I mean, look at this. There's another one, 1.9, 1.3. Look at the size of these blocks. Absolutely staggering. Staggering. It looks like we've got Gorilla Pool is part of unknown mining. Fantastic. Another one, Gorilla Pool. Loving that. Great seeing Gorilla Pool in there representing unknown miners, smaller miners. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's beautiful. That is. So let's have a look at these charts then. Let's just move these back. There we go. So this is a Bitcoin hash rate by network. So again, this is the hash rate that we just looked at. So BTC, because it's got its high speculative price, which is worth nothing, has got a huge amount of hash rate. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it could then become valuable. When it becomes valuable, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. So this can be used as a medium of exchange because it's a commodity, whereas BTC, Bcrash and Fisher Price Cash are all security offerings and economically worthless. And if the regulators did their job and understood what they were, they would be taken down immediately, but we know the powers that be are corrupt as fuck. But you cannot deny utility, which we'll look at profitability in a minute. proof of work by network. So again, this is just the amount of proof of work that's gone into the chain. So really, this tall yellow column here should actually be BSV, because BSV is the original protocol. So in actual fact, CoreCoin, which started as at the same time Bcrash started, because Bcrash was the original protocol at the time, should only have this amount of proof of work. And eCash, what a joke. So really, Bitcoin SV should be way above here. But again, it's CoinDance not understanding what's going on either. So these are really important metrics. So this is a Bitcoin transaction fees. So this says it's currently 6,152 times more expensive to transact on BTC. So in other words, it's 1,552 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin, which is BSV. And then look at this. So miners chase profit. So it's currently 9.9% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin. But remember, Bitcoin BSV is the only commodity protocol anyway, so it's the only one with any economic value. So all these others are just simply have speculative prices. So even if it's less profitable to mine, it shows you the competition for it. But the fact is now that it's more profitable to mine just shows you the amount of value that's being added onto the chain. Miners will move. They will be economically incentivized. So that's awesome. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. So again, this is just comparing the size of the blocks, like in comparison. So you can see that CoreCoin has only got like 1 megabyte block size, whereas look at that. Look at this, it's way up there. My goodness me, yeah, nearing a gigabyte now. This is a log curve, because you can see the how the lines get thinner as they move up. I mean, sensational stuff. This is daily Bitcoin transactions by network. So this is just like over the entire network. I mean, look at that. Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. So these are all log curves, because Bitcoin would just be like off the charts if they didn't have a log curve, because the discrepancies are so big. This is daily average Bitcoin transactions per block. So it's going to look the same. So this is just like average 24-hour by network, and this is per block. So going to look the same, but I'm sure you understand that. Daily average Bitcoin fees by network. So this is fees. So the fees are, there we go, daily Bitcoin transactions, daily Bitcoin fees. So this is USD. So this is how much on average it costs to transact Bitcoin. And as you can see, look, it's below 1 cent. So we're already talking micropayments below a cent of what it costs. I mean, look at that. It was virtually zero at one point. Again, this is on a log curve as well. I mean, look at that. This is insane. So the average transaction here is $1 on BTC. So it's like you're spending $1 just to move something. It's absolutely insane. You can't have a cash system that costs you $1. So that means that it's going to cost you $1 to spend 10 cents. This is insane. Whereas you can now transact on Bitcoin for less than a cent. So so it's actually profitable for the miners to process a transaction of 1 cent, because the cost is below that. And it's still more profitable to mine. It's phenomenal. And this is fees SirToshi. So look at this. We're sort of just above. I mean, it went right down here. Look at that. Just over like 10 SirToshis. So a SirToshi again is what divides a Bitcoin. A Bitcoin is divided by 100 million SirToshis. Just like a dollar is divided by cents. A Bitcoin is divided by SirToshis. Daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So again, this is really interesting. So this red line here that we're looking at here, this will eventually represent the block fee in comparison to the block reward. So the block reward gets cut in half every 210,000 blocks, which is 4 years. And the block fee will surpass the block reward. And this is the ratio that we're looking at. So the ratio is level at the moment, but this ratio will start to increase. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. So this is, again, so miners will all eventually mine the network that has the most utility on it, because that's the most useful one. Look at this. We're currently at 5.9 terabytes of data, because that says 5.91 kg. So 5.19k, which is 5,000. So that's 5 terabytes. 5.9 terabytes of data. Honestly, absolutely massive. And so this is on a linear curve, or a linear chart, so it's not a log curve, so you can actually see the proportions here. I mean, look at that. Absolutely massive. This is mining operation, so this is global hash rate 7 days. So it's the global hash rate of all miners put together over 7 days. This is global hash rate over 24 hours. This is core coin hash rate. So again, with it having like 99% of the hash at the moment, it's going to look very similar to the 24-hour global hash rate because it's 99% of it. B crash, what a joke. Other miner pools, other miners 62%, and again, it's nearly always more profitable to mine on BTC, and it's economically worthless anyway. Oh, it's currently 2.4% more profitable, but who cares? It's more profitable to mine the genuine Bitcoin, and the genuine Bitcoin is the only one with any economic value. This is Fisher Price Cash. Honestly, what a joke. But this is Bitcoin. So look, this is now ripe and ready for all the other miners to jump in because they chase profit. The only reason they're not doing it at the moment is because they don't want to be the first miner to make the move and tank the BTC price, because they know that fingers will be pointed at them. But eventually they will all be headed here. It will be a pig squeeze. It will be a bull run like the world has never seen before. This will be bigger than the gold rush. It will be absolutely huge. So these are really good figures to keep an eye on. Right, we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the show. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.